Yo. Ah ouais. Hey, you my mic. Sometimes I breathe into it. I need to patch a new mic. I've been grinding this game for a while now. So at least I'm getting good a bit.
100,000 VC is in the bag. Your vote helps determine the winner. Choose now for the top play of Season 5. Then check our socials for the announcement of the winner. It was a stellar season. Send in some of your best Event Center highlights with the hashtag 2KTVWow and your gamer tag. You might see yourself on 2KTV. Good luck, everyone.
Hello, basketball fans. You've got it on 2K Sports as we get set to bring you an exciting NBA basketball game. I'm Kevin Harlan. Let's take a look at our starters for Sacramento. Outside in the perimeter, Levine and DeRozan. Sabonis is out there with Tobias Harris, and it's T in at the 1. And for Minnesota, the wingmen, Edwards and McDaniel. Randall and Reed holding down the post spots. And it's Dillingham in at the point guard position. Clark, so many games left on this.
Are going to be pretty fluid until we get further along in the season.
Edwards with it. 6 on the shot clock. Over Levine. Edwards, shot is good.
Really well done there. Just confident and composed. Never in a hurry.
Here's T. Down low. There's Sabonis. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Boy, big body Sabonis might have range, but put him inside and let him eat.
Randall against Harris. From 7, here's Reed. He doesn't hit that one. Nice D from Sabonis. Pass to Harris. And the layup's good off the glass.
There's no way you can minimize his concentration. Excellent focus in finding a way to score that time by Harris.
Edwards. And Zach LaVine pulls it down. Kings have gotten their first 3 shots to go in for him to start off this game. Here's T. Kick out to LaVine. Sabonis, and staying with the play, Sabonis.
Well, I love the aggressive nature with which Sabonis offensive rebounds. He hustles, he's got great energy, but he's also pretty skilled, and you saw all of that right there.
Pass to Randall. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. That one on Harris.
And with the offense getting right to the rim, at least they saved the layup.
Old school D right there, just telling them no easy layup. Simple as that. And that's what you expect from them.
That free throw good from Randall. And having a star in Anthony Edwards, Clark with so much confidence, what kind of impact does that have for the Wolves?
Well, it's huge. I mean, he wants the pressure of carrying the team. And with his outgoing nature and skill set, that mentality, I think, permeates the team and gives him great confidence. You know, looking to score often from there, Harris is excellent at drawing the defense's attention and fouls.
And guys, what do you think about the offensive approach we've seen so far for Sacramento?
Everything working for them inside so far, guys. Tons of high-quality shots that they're knocking down inside.
And it seems they've also put an emphasis on moving the ball, working to rotate around the defense and find those quality looks.
Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Reed misses. Looking at Minnesota, they took the win in their last game against the Trailblazers in Portland. Pass Sabonis to the inside. Here's T. A rebound by the Timberwolves. Fresh from a win against Portland.
Well, you look at the points they produced in that game. Great adjustments on the offensive end.
Well, it's really hard to stop them when they're in a groove offensively, and they were in a comfort zone all game long in that one.
Dillingham, no good.
Yeah, that's got to be frustrating for him. He'll usually convert that.
Pass to Harris. Kick out to Levine. Here's T. He had a 12-point outing in their last game against Detroit. Sabonis trying to get open. A nice shot by Harris. Harris has got 6.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
So the Timberwolves called their first timeout.
Well, it's been an express lane to the rim. Coach
I'll probably
can't
say
be
I've
happy
improved
about
in
that.
this game. I won't
I
lie.
think he's going to tell him simply.
From like how I was
we have
playing
to
in the
show
beginning
more
to
fight
now,
on the interior.
at least I
That's
have a
the
bit
top
of more like
priority
ball
right now.
knowledge. What I'm doing.
So it's both teams making substitutes. And so Monk will bring it up for the Kings. This is the most they've led by 13 points. On the court for Sacramento. They've got Harris. Malik Monk out there with T. Then it's Jones. And it's Cousins in at the 3 spot. Right now, let's take a moment here to catch up with Alan.
I just sit there, then I make a shot like that.
Well, guys, T in the last outing against the Pistons was definitely a factor. He ended up with 12 points, and he really showed up on the defensive end as well, using all of his versatility. And you could see his teammates rally around him in that game. Confident performance.
Okay, Ali, thanks. You know, GA, you wonder how much of that performance can carry over into this one.
You never really know what will happen game to game, but I sure wouldn't bet against him.
No, you can't bet against a guy like that. He looks like he's in a groove, focused, on top of his game. No reason that he can't keep it going.
Randall, no good.
And that's the battle they haven't been winning today. Their work on the glass has been porous, and that's got to change.
Yeah, no question about it. I mean, as they're looking to battle back, that's one of the key elements. You got to rebound.
T, good. And it's Cousins picking up the assist.
And they keep hammering away at him inside, forcing the ball into the paint.
They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
Pass to Dillingham. And once again off the mark by Minnesota.
And the great shooters know when they've got enough opening to go for the 3. I didn't think it was a bad choice on that possession.
And here is DiVincenzo on defending. Now DiVincenzo. He picked up 15 points in their last win against the Trailblazers in Portland.
And made a big mark at the free throw line as well. He got himself to the strike a lot and cashed in when he had his chances.
Here's T. A good finish at the rack off the split feed. T's got 4 this quarter.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
We're just over 2.5 minutes into the second quarter.
Hey, right here.
Pass to Cousins. The tray. Traps in the tray. And the Kings lead by 20.
He's just so hard to check. I mean, he can turn you one way, then use the spin move, put you in the cycle, and then make you look like a washing machine.
And the Timberwolves call time here. And you look at the top players in the NBA, one thing a lot of them share in common, are the ability to change speed.
Yeah, they call it being shifty, perky, jerky, playing at their own pace. I love guys that never seem to be rushed. Something we see from SGA, Jalen Brunson, even the Joker, Nikola Jokic, all seem to have their own.
So it's DeMar DeRozan making highlights for Sacramento. He notched 8 points basketball instinct on display. And we'll be right back after this. And as we dive into the second half, we'll find out if the next two quarters are any different from the first two. So far, it has been a runaway. You gotta like what DeMar DeRozan has done in this game.
No problems fighting his way to the rim in this one. A lot of points in close.
Yeah, you know what, guys? They gave him too many free runs to the hoop in the first half. I think they've got to be a lot tougher on him. Body him up, be physical with him.
Top of the forward, it'll be McDaniels and Randall. Billingham is out there with Anthony Edwards. And it's Reed in at the 5, roaming the paint. That's Chris Finch's 5 as we get into the second half. And he's got his first chance at the line here.
And he was dialed in at the line a season ago, 87% from the line.
Yeah, you know, that was one spot where they didn't have to worry about him at all. I mean, at the free throw line, he was automatic.
And the Timberwolves with possession here. They'll be playing host to Miami for the next game. And that's game 2 of this string of 4 games played at home. To the paint. And there's Edwards on the assist from Billingham. Edwards got 7 points in the game.
Edwards flexing on him now. Bully ball inside.
Inside. Here's Sabonis. And he banks in the layup.
And that's exactly what you want to start the second half. Smart play call.
Yeah, they want to get the half off to a quick start, and they know who to go to.
With the drive, Dillingham with the bucket.
3 for 3 this half. Nothing to complain about with that.
T the pass to Harris. Here's T. And he drops in the layup off the glass. That's now 8 points for T.
Boy, a good passer at his position. Harris knows when to look for his teammates.
Third quarter of play with just over a minute and a half gone by. Pass to Reed. That 3 off the mark.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Yeah, rebounding has been a big key in this week. They've asserted their will and have taken control on the glass.
Let's go to the sideline and see what Allie LaForce has dug up for us. Allie, take it away.
Thank you. Chris Finch getting buy-in from his players top to bottom. Anthony Edwards said he's such a great coach and just a likable person. He will coach you hard, and he comes in ready to work every day. We look forward to working with someone like that. Back to you guys.
Hassan bought in. Thanks so much for the report, Allie. Edwards against Levine. Just 5 on the clock. Edwards kicks to Reed. And a miss there on the triple.
Oh, he's kind of deflating their chances, and I know he really wants to help the team, but this is not the way to go about it.
And they're beginning to just flat out fall apart defensively right now, especially on the interior.
Yeah, and that's 4 straight field goals now they've allowed from.
Nah, the way we're beating this team is crazy.
And here's Levine, who brings it up for the Sacramento Kings. Pass to DeRozan. Red ball movement here by the Kings. Here's T. Unable to get that one.
You know, he looked uncomfortable there, making plays at the rim, not his strength.
Here's Dillingham. That shot off. Some solid defense from Harris. Wants to get it to DeRozan and does.
It's pretty clear that DeMar DeRozan is an outstanding athlete. He can outrun you, he might outwork you, and he's able to be everywhere on the floor, and he does it with kind of a unique grace and finesse.
He misses the free throw. Both teams will make some. And a chance to catch up on some numbers here. The scoring breakdown for the Kings.
You love how they've lived in the paint, making the defense just consistently have to collapse and still finding ways to convert.
I love the fact they've done tremendous work on the offensive glass. A lot of second chance opportunities as they've kept that ball alive.
Clark, one suggestion I've heard for All-Star Weekend, a one-on-one competition.
Yeah, it's worth a shot. Anything that would perhaps enhance the competitiveness of All-Star Weekend, I think would be helpful.
On the court right now for the Kings, they've got Jones. Ellis is out there with T, and it's Cousins in at the 4 slot.
You know, Julius Randle offers a versatile skill set. Not only does he have outstanding handles for a guy of his size, he's pretty quick, too. He's also got that strength, which is a pretty nice combination.
Pass to Ellis. Here's T. The Kings need to get off a shot here. Sacramento again missing. Minnesota's gotten off to an 0 for 2 start from downtown here in the 4th quarter.
And that solid play in the paint continues here, guys.
Ellis outside. Pass to T. Back to Ellis. To the middle. Here's T. Score the basket. It's number 6 for him this game. 6 for 9. 67% shooting.
When you allow good scores to get uncontested shots at the rim, no wonder you're losing.
You know, he should be getting extra attention from the defense, not less. What he lacks in height, he certainly makes up for with his bounce.
Down low. Got a piece of it. It's stolen by Randle.
Really important for this team to get production from Edwards. When he's aggressive and scoring the ball, they go to another level.
And the first one, Greg, one thing that doesn't show up in the box and maybe should, screen assists. They're a big part of the game.
Without question. I mean, the art of setting a great screen, I think, is underappreciated. Giving those guys that are just good with the screen assist on a made bucket is, I'm fine with that.
And you know what? At 6'10", dunking is low stress for Sabonis. Solid, getting himself inside for these throwdowns. And that's how you move the ball, putting the defense in a really tough spot. Had their fingerprints all over this matchup tonight. Just an impressive victory for the Kings.
This was a team performing to its fullest capability.
A hugely satisfying win. A game that not many will soon forget. And on the other side, one that I think most will try to forget.
And it'll mark their 4th win on the year. Actually, their 5th win on the year.
And this is a great way for them to kick off this season series. 2 more games ahead, and they've taken the mental advantage with this win tonight.
Yeah, I don't think it'll play out quite that simply, though. The team coming out on the losing end of game 1 is just that much more motivated to get even in game 2 and 3. So I think the edge goes to the losing team.
And you know, when you look at the huge impact he had, just a monster game for Domantas Sabonis.
Boy, you can't say enough about his effort on the boards. He helped them in the battle of possessions all game long.
Cousins against Edwards. And there's the whistle. 3-second violation.
Substitution on court.
Sacramento in total control. About 3 seconds between shot and game clock. Johnson, the pass to T. Lays it up off the glass.
And it's just competing, you know, giving your best when it matters most.
Yeah, you know, once they got victory in their view, a huge injection of energy and a great run to finish it off.
Dillingham, no good.
And not allowing the shooter even an inch of breathing room on that one.
And guys, that's exactly the kind of high-impact defense they want to see out of him.
So it's the Kings winning this one easily. A resounding victory for them. And Greg in enemy territory, no less.
That's exactly right. But with the way they controlled the game and just completely took the crowd out of it, that's how to get it done on the road.
Thank you for joining us. That'll do it for now. So for Allie LaForce, my
Remember, you can find out who wins the Season 5 Top Play vote on our social media channels. We're at NBA2K_2KTV.
And if you want to submit your best plays, we're always checking that hashtag 2KTVWow on social channels.
And YouTube if you don't have social media. So keep them coming, and the plays this year have been blowing us out of the park.
So much fun. Until then, enjoy the game. Go get those.
Brandon Puchinski. At power forward, Jimmy Butler. At the other forward, Josh Giddey. At the other guard, Stephen Curry. The head coach of the visiting team is Steve Kerr. Let's meet your Sacramento Kings at the power forward position.
Well, all right, checking out Golden State's opening lineup. Curry and Pods pairing up in the backcourt. Butler out there with Kevon Looney, and it's Giddey in at the 3. And for the Kings, perimeter is filled up by Monk and DeRozan. Domantas Sabonis out there with Tobias Harris, and it's T in at the point. Grant, this season seems to be off to a strong start. Teams are coming together pretty quickly.
You know, B.A., what other choice is there? The competition is fierce in this league, so it's sink or swim right away the moment the season starts.
Down to 5 on the shot clock.
And he can shoot the ball.
Looney, high post. Rebounded, Domantas Sabonis. Pass to T.
This early, it is intimidating.
That one's good for 2.
Not afraid to mix it up inside. Curry is a crafty finisher.
On offense here are the Kings. A 6'8" point guard. Josh Giddey's length gives him a massive advantage, Grant.
Oh, it does, B.A. He's too big for opposing ones to guard. It's tough putting a wing on him, and Giddey just makes you change your defensive game plan.
And so Curry will bring it up for the Warriors. 4-point game. Pass to Butler. Looney with the ball. That one goes. Count it. And around 2 minutes played here in the first quarter. Gives us a chance to catch up with Allie LaForce.
I had a chance to catch up with Doug Christie. We talked about the challenge of facing off with Steph Curry, the three-point king. Coach said it's not just the threes that are concerned with Steph. It's how well he passes the ball. He's one of the best point guards ever, and Curry will get everyone else involved. Back to you.
All right, Allie, thanks once again. Here's Giddey. The Kings getting their last shot to go. Here's Curry. And it's out of bounds. Last touch by Curry. And a chance to see the latest edition of the power rankings. Always fun to see where everyone in the league stands. You look at the Warriors, they're making moves up the standings, claiming that fourth spot.
Well, right now for Sacramento, they've made some strides, climbing into the top 10, and they're not done yet, trying to continue in the right direction.
Oh, man. Sabonis just throws his body. So hard to guard. Just a wrecking ball out there.
And a chance for just a second to check out the scoring breakdown for the Kings.
I have to applaud their ball movement. They're moving the ball around, finding the best looks they can, and keeping everyone involved.
You have to like the fact that they're not settling at all. I mean, they've really made a point to get the ball down inside and challenge that interior defense.
Jones, he's checked in for Sabonis. Warriors trail by 7. O'Neal passes to Moody. And here's Butler. Outside Pajemski. Pass to Jones.
This is when you enjoy what you're watching. Your team playing well and everything just flowing.
Now here's Butler. He's definitely not pleased how he played against Phoenix. And he'll draw the foul. He'll head to the line for 2. Well, when you think about all the miles Jimmy Butler has on his legs now, how many more does he have left, Greg? Completely new group for the Kings. And a new group getting ready for the Warriors. Looney's checked in for Butler. Pajemski comes in for O'Neal. Josh Giddey's checked in for Jones. And it's Curry in for Watson.
We've seen that more than once today. An effortless basket inside.
And he's got his first opportunity at the line here tonight.
At the line for your Kings, DeMar.
That's good from DeRozan. And Stan, the importance of team chemistry. Why is it so hard to win without it?
Well, look, Brian, it's not just talent. The talent has to fit together. Guys have to complement. That won't work. You need complementary talent. And when you have it, things come together quickly.
On the floor for the Warriors, Curry and Pods pairing up in the backcourt. Josh Giddey out there with Moses Moody. And it's Looney in at the pivot spot, manning the middle.
Well, you can tell he thinks he should have had that one. Even harder on him when he's got a good look like that and it doesn't go down.
And it hasn't just been their stellar offense. Their defense has been effective as well.
Great example of how to build the lead and then sustain it. You win games on both ends of the floor.
And let's swing it over to the sideline and hear from Allie.
Well, guys, T in the last outing against the Timberwolves was outstanding. He had 14 points and they just couldn't stop him. Every time he let it go, you expected it to go in. He finally ended his cold streak with a solid performance. Guys, let's see if he can build on that.
Thanks as always, Allie. Great report. Impressive ability to carry his team to victory, Grant.
Yeah, B.A., I was really impressed. They wouldn't have won the game if it wasn't for his attacking mindset and will to win.
Yeah, and we're likely to see them go to him early on. See if he can't replicate that performance.
Here's Sabonis. It's stolen by Looney. It's Pajemski on the wing. And it's all from three-point range.
And he probably thought he was going to bury that one.
Here's Monk. No good off the back of the rim. Warriors trail by 16. They've been having major problems offensively.
Definitely in a bit of a dry spell.
Unloads. And again, it's the Warriors missing.
Yeah, you expect him to make those. Good luck. Just couldn't find the mark.
DeRozan passes to Monk. Down low. Oh, he remains perfect. 7 for 7. Showing no signs of letting up.
And why go away from attacking inside if the D has no answer for you?
Pass to Looney. Closing in on 4 minutes played here in the second quarter. Shot is good by Curry.
Look at how solid Curry's motion is. Almost like he could have done that blindfolded.
And Sacramento calls their first time out of the game. First chance of the year for them to go up against this Warriors team.
Last year, this team got the better of them in the season series, so they're looking to correct that.
And the Warriors. And so it's Sacramento, a sizable lead of 14 at the break. They know Curry can go for 50, 60 any night, so they're forcing someone else to beat them. And don't go far. We'll be right back.
With the score, Sacramento 41, the Warriors 27.
And with the second half upon us, we'll find out if this game becomes the rout that it's threatening to be. Warriors trail by 14. Perimeter is filled up by Monk and DeRozan. Tobias Harris out there with Domantas Sabonis. And it's T in at the 1. That's Doug Christie's 5 as we get into the second half.
First personal foul.
Here's a look at what's coming up for the Golden State Warriors.
Shooting.
On Friday, they'll be taking on Rudy Gobert and the Minnesota Timberwolves. Then on Sunday, they'll take on Giannis Antetokounmpo and the Milwaukee Bucks.
What a great opportunity for this team to take a step forward. They have some tough road games coming up, and that kind of stretch can bring a team together. Winning some of these games would be huge for their overall confidence.
Here's DeRozan. Muscling it home. DeRozan.
Man, that's now 10 straight points in the paint. I'm not sure what's happened to their defense.
Inside, shoots, and the basket by Curry. Curry's got 6.
Zero fear from Curry inside. 2 more points in his Hall of Fame career.
Here's Monk. To the inside. T, no good. Warriors trail by 13. No doubt, Stephen Curry is the best shooter of all time. Talk about what makes him special, Grant.
Well, B.A., he can hit shots under the most difficult circumstances, off balance, with only a sliver of daylight. This is why teams often choose to double him the moment he crosses half court.
Wow. Missed the easy one right there, right at the rim, but came up with
The shot's good by Sabonis.
Look, Sabonis understands that you gotta play with aggression in the paint. Use force down.
Curry passes to Giddey. And he drives in. Pass to Podziemski. 4 on the clock. Curry. And the officials whistle a foul on the shot. The bucket is good, and he'll go to the line.
And the balance Curry possesses is unique. Impressive at staying in control even when he gets fouled.
Moody's checked in for the Warriors. Here's DeRozan. Oh, ripped away. Oh, and a fast break for the Warriors. It's Curry all the way.
He's trying to will this team back into it, doing all he can offensively.
Outside Monk. Pass to Harris. Sacramento passing it around. Got a hand on it. Curry against Sabonis. Outside Curry. Now here's Butler. He has 6. 5 to shoot. To the paint. Here's Podziemski. And the Warriors tack on 2 more.
And their offensive game plan is clear. Get it inside and go to work.
Timeout call. Sacramento.
It's time to talk this over and try to put a stop to this run.
Yeah, I like the timeout here. The coaching staff needs to get these guys regrouped and refocused.
And Sacramento with some changes. Jones comes in for Harris. And it's Zach LaVine Levine in for DeMar DeRozan. O'Neal, he's checked in for the Warriors.
And it gets even worse for them. I mean, he just waltzes down the lane, extending their advantage. Not good.
Well, it's not going to get any easier if they can't improve their defensive intensity. They got to show some fight.
Pass to Curry. The three. Called in by the Kings.
And you have to think that they're leading this game because of how they've controlled the boards tonight.
T with a bucket.
He's been very reliable tonight. Not wasting any chances. Really using his head.
Here's Curry. Curry creates inside.
Yeah, it looks like he hit the reset button at halftime. Not sure if it was a mechanical issue, but he's looked much more confident offensively.
Podziemski into the lane, puts up a three, and Curry is good for three. Curry's got 12 now in this quarter.
Well, you talk about a full 180. His play here in the second half has really come on. You can see his confidence building.
The pull-up today, and again, it's Golden State.
Yeah, another day, another virtuoso performance from Curry. It never ends.
On the wing, Jones. Oh, and makes it with a kiss. Jones has got his first points of the game.
Nice execution by the offense, generating a good look.
On the wing, Curry. He's feeling it, and that one's good.
I just love the ball movement.
The Kings lead by 5. Inside. Long passes to Levine. Here's T. Back to Levine. Oh, look at Levine getting it done in the paint.
And Levine can do it all. He's not just a talented shooter. He can hurt you inside, too.
And here's Curry for three. It's rebounded by Sabonis. Sabonis has got his 7th rebound of the game with that last one. Jones' shot is good. And it's a 9-point Kings lead.
And I love how he's pushing the tempo and creating for others. He does this game in and game out. Incredible.
Yeah, when you're moving the ball like that, it just keeps everyone engaged in the game.
And so it's Sacramento. They have a nice 9-point cushion at the end of the quarter. And it's all due to their ability to own the paint. They've been dominant down low. All right, stick around. We'll be right back after this. And a worthy candidate tonight as we take a look at our State Farm assists of the game.
You know, I'm kind of stoked that this was a choice because I love this pass. A remarkable find. He put his court vision on full display.
Yeah, he puts that pass right on the money.
Warriors make some changes. Podziemski's checked in for Looney. And it's Stephen Curry in for Jones.
One shot.
And a look now at how the offensive approach has been going here so far for the Kings.
Well, they've clearly been focused on getting the ball inside. And up to this point, the defense has not had an answer.
And also attacking in transition has been working for them. I mean, credit them for running the break well and being opportunistic.
And so in the game for the Warriors, we've got Brad. Josh Giddey out there with Stephen Curry. And it's Watson in at the point guard position. He passes to Monk. Releases. Nice form on the 20-footer.
Well, the defense can't lose track of him. He's just too talented offensively.
Down low. Watson. Count it. Watson's got 13 in the second half.
And coming down the stretch, both teams still playing fantastic offense.
Yeah, and hopes that your opponent is just going to go cold. That's not going to happen, it doesn't look like in this one. This might go down to whoever has the last possession.
Here's Curry. Great D that time from Monk.
Suffocating defense to keep the layup from falling.
To the middle. Stolen by Giddey. It's Podziemski on the wing. Curry with it. And Sabonis picks him up defensively. Curry's shot is off. And so DeRozan will bring it up for Sacramento. They led by as many as 18. Here's T. It goes. He's 10 for 13. So much confidence.
Impressive job by this team. And you really can't discount the impact of this crowd here.
No, I'd be lying if I said the crowd doesn't have an impact. It's certainly felt from the head coach all the way down.
Outside to Jemski. Down low. Ooh, rejected by Harris.
What a hustle play by Harris. Getting to the shot and shutting it down.
Substituting on the court.
There's 25 seconds left to play in the fourth quarter of this one. To the inside. Here's Ellis. Banked it in off the glass.
Leaving nothing to chance. This run shutting the door on him.
Yeah, this run has poured a bucket of water on any ember of a potential comeback.
Gets the 3 ball to go. 8 seconds left to play in the fourth. So no problem for Sacramento as they get the win. A clean win, and one where they clearly showed better energy.
Yeah, so true. They put on a show here at home. And I really think they had that extra swagger and confidence, too.
And that's going to do it tonight, folks, for our broadcast. For Stan Van Gundy, Grant Hill, and Ali LaForce, this is Brian Anderson. We hope you enjoyed our broadcast. And we'll see you next time.
Hey, these underground bros are just dissing each other, mfethu. Antwara methistiki boma entertainment enyana in the industry, Joe. Antwara. Oh yeah, this is the end of the NBA, bafethu. Onzar. Ngiyoletsana ka daite embarke. Football manager. Onzar. So yeah, NBA, Joe Bibbs. It is they cut out this